And konnichiwa, I'm Tomoko, your Japanese food ambassador. Today's topic is miso. I invited my husband Marc to cook miso soup together. Let's start another episode of Can Marc Make It?
Can Marc Make It?
For a special collaboration episode, I invited Yuka Togami of Yuka's Japanese Cooking from Tokyo. Her cooking class is the most popular Japanese cooking class among tourists in Tokyo, and she hosts hugely popular YouTube show Yuka's Japanese Cooking. We are both cooking miso soup today, but taking very different approaches. Please meet Yuka.
Nice to meet you, the viewers of Japanese food ambassador, Tomoko-san's viewers. My name is Yuka. I'm a home cooking chef and recipe creator. I teach Japanese everyday meals for both in-person class and virtual class from here in Tokyo. I'm a mother of 2 children. My current focus on YouTube is to introduce kids-friendly Japanese meals like onigiri. And today it's a collaboration episode. So I'll make miso soup. Aside with miso soup, I introduce several other main dishes and side dishes to make Japanese breakfast. So I hope you enjoy.
Miso is considered one of the fundamental Japanese condiments. The history of miso goes back over 1300 years. Miso is fermented soybeans. The basic ingredients are soybeans, salt, and koji. Soybeans are cleaned, cooked, and then crushed so they are easy to ferment. Depending on fermentation period, the ratio of koji to salt, the taste and the color of miso changes dramatically. Let's try some miso with Marc. So, have you had a miso soup before?
Well, the Campbell's one.
Campbell doesn't make
They
miso
don't?
soup. But I heard you complain about whenever I make miso soup, but I don't think you have any miso soup before.
Oh, I've accidentally tried miso before. Let me tell you. Almond butter container, miso container, middle of the night. Word to the wise, very, very different.
Since this is Marc's first conscious miso tasting, I wanted him to taste the best kinds. So I visited my friend Ai's miso booth at the Hollywood Farmers Market to buy something interesting from her current batch. Her miso is made locally in Los Angeles using the best organic soybeans from the United States and then selected koji from Japan. The result is, well, let Marc try. So first, let's try a variety of miso here.
Now, I don't eat soy. Is that going to be a problem?
Why do you don't want to eat soy?
I don't like soy.
I don't think it's gonna be a problem, but I just want to know what's your opinion of miso? Because I never seen you eating miso in the middle of the night. So let's try one.
All right, let's try some miso. All right, what's this first one?
This one is from Downtown LA Miso, and this is only fermented. It's like 6 months.
Oh, only 6 months?
So the textures and the taste and the textures are both different.
You can see how excited I am, right?
What does it smell like?
I don't know. I don't know what that is. Here we go. Salty. First is salt.
What is it? Can you speak?
I don't know how to describe this. It's like just salty with a little soy taste to it. It's like if they made wine out of edamame, and they shouldn't have.
Nobody tells me it's them, not me. If it's anybody, it's me.
This is actually my favorite miso right now. It tastes really good.
All right, a 1-year-old.
You should be able to taste like a layer of flavor, not just soy and salt.
I should be. With all my experience in tasting miso, I'm pretty adept.
You should just take
That one is strong. Let me tell you. That one wakes you up in the morning. It tastes like if you had a really expensive soy sauce, this is what it would taste like. Instead of that brand I won't say. Because we're not sponsored by them.
Let's try 2 years miso.
I have to tell you, this mushy brown consistency is really appealing. I don't know if this...
More tasting, less talk.
Salt. This one doesn't hurt as much.
What do you mean hurt?
This one has more of a raisiny softness. I don't know.
So like a year more of
Yeah.
like a maturing.
There's like a raisin taste in there, but I know there's probably no raisins in there.
No.
But yeah, this one is definitely easier to eat than that one. That was my spoon.
Okay, so that was artisanal miso. And then this one is actually made with barley. Try one.
All right.
So usually miso is fermented between like half a year to a year, like 6 months to 12 months.
This one is thicker. It feels more like factory made. You know, I do prefer my miso more artisanal, I have to say. But as far as factory miso goes, this one has the salt. This one has the same flavor. I would say it's somewhere between the first two in the feel of it, and the strongness of it.
This one is the one I use often. It's organic miso. It's aged with koji, and then it has rice and soybeans. So that's the most of the miso out there, like by a manufacturer, big company. It's rice and soybeans. So try that.
Here we go.
I like that one because it's sort of neutral, and then it's relatively cheaper than like artisanal one, so you can use it for soup and stuff.
And it looks like baby food. Very salty.
So compared to like artisanal one, the commercial one is like when you taste it, like the salt comes like immediately, right? Like
Yeah.
It's bam, like it's salt.
Bam, like it's salt.
But those are like gradual, like mildness and then umami, and then all those things come.
These were definitely made with love. These were made with like.
Today I want you to make miso soup, because miso soup is one of the basics of Japanese cuisine. And then sometimes we say bowl of rice, bowl of miso soup, and then a side of pickles should be plenty for a meal.
We've never said that.
We means Japanese people. So I thought maybe you should make traditional miso soup today, like seaweed miso soup, but you don't like seaweed either. So seaweed and a miso, I don't think you will like it no matter what. So I thought, how about something you like? BLT miso soup.
There will be some bacon left over for later, right?
Yes.
BLT miso soup is something I learned from a renowned culinary director, Atsushi Nakahigashi from Kyoto, when he visited Los Angeles to teach us simple Japanese meal. You can find his restaurant So Kawahigashi in Kyoto. To save some time, I pre-made dashi for miso soup prior to filming, using katsuo dashi package from Kayanoya. Dashi package is a great time saver, and then it tastes great. You don't have to make dashi from scratch to make great miso soup. Also, use the dashi stock to pre-cook the BLT's L, lettuce, so the stock will have nice lettuce flavor as well.
let's try that. So first, turn on this thing.
You have to warm it up. All right.
The bacon is already cut. Make it to like small cut.
So far, so good. Bacon and tomatoes. What's wrong with that? And these are sliced in half.
Yeah, cut in half. Mini tomato cut in half. So dashi, I already pre-made about 3 cups of them.
You sure you want to do that?
Today I use bonito flakes.
That wasn't tea? I drank some earlier.
No, you didn't.
Ooh, it smells like the pet store next to the aquarium. Pour it in?
So just pour it in. That should be like a little by little.
How much am I pouring in?
Everything.
Everything. If you're playing along at home, how much is that?
About 3 cups.
Ooh, it quieted things down. It was like the police that came to a loud party.
See, it's like a party in a pot.
I don't think I was invited to this party.
You are the main guest.
Is it BYOM? You bring your own miso?
Always. Add miso in here instead of just dump it in there.
Why?
Because there's like ingredients in it, so if you put it in there, it's hard to mix. Miso, when you cook too much, it loses the smell, the scent of miso.
That's a bad thing?
That's a bad thing. And then if we cook too much of miso, the good fermentation quality of miso is gone too. And then it's also easier just dilute in here rather than in there. So let's put that in and then mix with
All right.
chopsticks. No, not here. Put it here.
I touched it. All right, so here we go. We're gonna mix. So not almond butter.
No.
It was like a big meatball. Is that okay? So just mash it up.
Just dilute. You can actually use like a tiny whisk like this.
Who has a tiny whisk like that? Oh, we do. My first time with a tiny whisk. Ask anybody. How long till we make butter?
So if you think there's nothing left, you can put it back in now.
All right. Okay. It is better than the Campbell's.
How about this as your new salad?
Am I drunk?
Probably.
Okay. Well, can I make it?
I think so. I think Marc can make it, but Marc didn't like it.
It's a yin-yang thing.
Yeah, it's not win-win.
Can Marc make it?
Yes, he can. Marc can make it.
Will Marc eat it?
No,
Probably not.
but it's an A+ for the effort.
Yay! All right, I'll take it.
So tell us about your favorite ingredients for miso soup on the comment section below. And thank you, and then arigato for watching, and then see you next time. Mate wa mata. Arigatou gozaimashita.
Bye-bye. Can we have some of that leftover bacon now?
Yes. If you haven't already, make sure to check out special collaboration episode on Yuka's Japanese cooking. She's making Japanese breakfast with miso soup. The link is in description.